Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's weather update. So, a big, massive, impactful storm is going to be impacting the entire East Coast. I'm going to be breaking it down for you guys in this video. Looking at the 18Z run of the GFS model, we already have our moisture starting to really converge across the Gulf of Mexico and our ongoing storm bringing snow across portions of New Mexico, the Texas Panhandle, and Oklahoma Panhandle, and Kansas. And as we go through the evening and overnight tonight, our first storm is going to bring rain across the central and southern plains, while our new storm starts to form in the Gulf of Mexico. Going into tomorrow afternoon, our first storm will continue to move east, and then as we go into Saturday morning, we're going to be seeing a strong low pressure, perhaps a subtropical storm, develop in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico, starting to bring very heavy rain to Florida Saturday morning. This storm is going to rapidly strengthen as it moves towards landfall Saturday evening, Sunday morning, bringing extremely heavy rain across Florida and the southeast. Going into Sunday, this storm system might start to bomb out across the southeast, bringing very heavy rain across the southeast mid-Atlantic through Sunday. And then as we go through Sunday evening to Monday morning, massive, massive, powerful storm system moving up the East Coast, bringing widespread heavy rain from the Carolinas all the way through Maine, New England, and the Northeast. Heavy snow into Canada. And then, as we go through the day Monday, could see the storm continue to intensify. This might be a very strong wind maker as well, or this is going to be a strong wind maker across the Northeast, seeing wraparound lake effect snow Monday morning across the Great Lakes into Michigan, Indiana, Ohio. Very heavy rain across the Northeast, lake effect snow continuing Monday evening into Tuesday morning before our storm system finally moves out Tuesday. Now, looking at potential rainfall accumulations in the GFS model, a widespread swath of 2 to 4 inches is going to be likely up and down the East Coast from Florida through Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, and into New England, and then especially across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. Could be seeing as much as 4 to 6 inches of rain from this system. So this is going to be leading to a flooding threat, especially across the southeast and even the northeast due to the saturated soil. Now, looking at the snowfall accumulation, this is not going to really bring a lot of snow, as we're going to be seeing warmer than average temperatures with the system, but we could be seeing a dusting to 2 inches of snow across portions of New England, New York State, especially off the lakes, Lake Erie and Ontario. Could be seeing about 6 inches of lake effect snow. Maybe in the Appalachian Mountains, we could be seeing as much as 3 to 6 inches of snow as well. But our main snowfall accumulation area is going to be well into Quebec, where you could be seeing a good 1 to 2 feet of snow across central eastern Quebec. Now, taking a look at the European model for rainfall accumulations, a little bit further to the east, but once again, a widespread swath of 2 to 4 inches of rain up and down the east coast from Florida to Maine, and then especially across Florida into Georgia, the Carolinas, could be seeing pockets of 4 to 6 inches of rain in the European model. So flash flooding is going to be a concern with this system. And then looking at the European snowfall accumulations, once again, widespread dusting to 2 inches of snowfall accumulation across the Ohio Valley, the western northeast, and then once again off of the Great Lakes. Could be seeing a good 2 to 6 inches of snow, as well as in the Appalachian Mountains. The European model does bring about 2 to 6 inches of snow to portions of northwest Iowa, Minnesota, the UP of Michigan, northern Wisconsin as well from the other storm system. Now, taking a look at the National Weather Service's quantitative precipitation forecast for our rainfall accumulations for the next 1 to 7 days, the Weather Prediction Center is forecasting, like the models, a swath of 2 to 4 inches of rain up and down the East Coast from Florida to Maine. And once again, across the southeast is where we're going to see the heaviest rainfall accumulations of about 3 to 5 inches. and then maybe up towards New England, about 2 to 4 inches of rain, once again leading to the flooding threat, and then across Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, from our ongoing storm system, a good 1 to 2 inches of rain going to be likely across these areas, and then across the west coast, especially California. Atmospheric rivers are going to be impacting California, bringing a good 2 to 7 inches of rain, especially to Northern California, over the next 7 days. And this leads to our flooding outlook. Looking at our Weather Prediction Center excessive flooding rainfall outlook for Saturday, we have a slight risk across most of the Florida Peninsula and Panhandle, far southeastern Alabama, central southern Georgia in the yellow, marginal risk extending from southeastern Louisiana, coastal Mississippi, Alabama, far western Florida, into much of central Georgia, into southwestern South Carolina, and then going into Sunday, widespread slight risk of flooding covering the Carolinas, far northeast Georgia, far eastern Tennessee, most of Virginia, southeastern West Virginia, into Maryland in the yellow, marginal risk of flooding on Sunday, extending from Georgia through the Appalachian Mountains, up through the northeast. So make sure you're preparing for widespread impacts from this upcoming storm system, especially flooding, if you live up and down the East Coast. Thanks for watching this evening's weather update. I will continue to update you guys on this potent storm system over the next coming days. Please stay safe and have a wonderful evening, my friends.